Ooh, baby. Good morning, YouTube. It's Ratmaster back in the heat. Oh, nice 103. Today we're going to talk about gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is more of a positive way of thinking, especially towards a negative thing. So, like being able to be grateful for things, but then also use it as a way of thinking that's negative, looking at it and trying to turn it into a positive by thinking about things in the past that have been worse or better, and being grateful for what you have, or being grateful for the situation at hand that is not worse. That goes from big things to small things. It really applies to everything. Just like everything else, the integrity, the discipline, this is something that's going to be worked on over time, something that's developed over time. I've worked on it. It's also going to be a pretty big part of um, controlling your mental well-being as well. The more grateful you are, stuff, you know what I mean? You're not going to be mad all the time. What it really comes down to is being more positive, changing it, turning it into something, reflecting on it, and being like, hey, well, I've been in worse situations. Like, the power of that is incredible. Like, it'll save your mental well being, it's going to save a lot of stuff. Then, the more you practice it, the better you get at it, and people appreciate it, that the gratefulness, you know, instead of just giving people a common thank you, like, think about why you're thanking them, and apply that behind the thank you, and like you'll start getting a little bit more depth and like why you're thankful for these things, because it's easy to say thank you, like, and like just because you were raised right and to say thank you, like that's fantastic, that's polite, um, but expressing true gratitude, that's like it's powerful, because I know you can tell the difference between someone saying thank you for walking my dog, compared to like, wow, I never had the time to do this. If it wasn't for you, I'm able to, you know, do X, Y, and Z. Thank you for watching my dog. Like, and that person's gonna hear that and go, dang, I didn't realize that me just doing this little favor was really doing all that, and that. I thought I was just helping with this. So, for example, um, where I think I learned the most gratitude definitely has to come from like the military, my military experience. I apply that all the time, and I think it was because I won't even say my military experience was awful, because it wasn't. It was just challenging. It was mentally challenging. The military is very mentally challenging. I'm trying my best. I'm working on my linguist skills. I'm trying to use better language. I don't want to swear anymore. I want to talk in a way that people, it affects you, it touches you. I guess I'm not trying to play mind games or anything. I just want to communicate better. Back to the military being mentally challenging. How I use gratitude with that is like my life now. I'll be going through like even like the cold plunge, for example. Like the reason I'm able to even do that, I go in my little headspace and go, well, I've been colder. I'm grateful that I'm not in Alaska in March, in the March field problem. You know the one. If you know, you know. Golly. But in the March field problem, it's been literally, it's like negative 30. It's freezing cold. No end in sight. It's like the third day there. I think about that and go, oh, hey, I'm doing this cold plunge. I'm getting all these benefits. I literally only have to do, I've literally been doing a minute. I've been doing a wimpy minute. So it's like that really fortifies my mind, strengthens it, hardens it. And that's just one way that like gratitude can just like help toughen you up. Just being grateful, and it's using that way of thinking, make it work for you. It also helps with all your other emotions as well. If you're feeling like depressed and just like not, happy with yourself, like there's people out there that are in worse boats than you. There's people that are out there getting after it just like we're doing here that have less than you, that have more trauma. There's always somebody out there that's like, there's always somebody bigger and badder than you. Same goes with, how you're feeling. If you're feeling depressed and unmotivated, you need to get your ass moving, because those are just excuses. Unless you're really dealing with some chronic clinical depression, then it's like you need to go see a therapist anyways. So that's that. I did it. I talked to someone. So you talk to someone. Back to the gratitude. If you're feeling depressed and you suck, you can fix it. You can do better. Practice the gratitude. Well, that's how like you push yourself through life too, isn't it? Like you see the misfortune of others and the downfall of others, not just because of life, but some of the choices they've made, and you go, well, that's not me. I'm grateful that's not me. Look at me here. You don't realize you're doing it, but you're doing it, and you're using it to elevate yourself to the next spot every time. And that doesn't mean you gotta walk around thanking everybody like everything that everybody does is the greatest gift to earth. No, but you need to realize that it's an important thing to do, to appreciate things that people do for each other and appreciate what you have, because life's short, real short, and that's come to be a real rationalization for me. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting and being grateful for everything I have. It's really been influential. And like I said, like I feel lucky that I've got to have the military experience. I am grateful for it because there's so much that I learned. I've learned so much, honestly, about being a man from the military. That's just by being surrounded by other men who literally spank me in my ass and tell me I'm wrong and this is the way. And then doubling back on, the forgiveness too. Like when I went back to that, you know what I mean? When you start forgiving, you start to be grateful for, for what you have after you've forgiven. Because, like, for example, like saving a relationship. Like, you're able to save a relationship that you didn't think it was able to be saved. And you're going to be grateful for that, because you're going to be able to go and have that open dialogue with the person that you used to communicate with, whether it be a friend or family. Also, no one wants to be around someone that's a little ungrateful, jerk. You know exactly what that looks like. Someone that's, works real hard to give, offer up something, and I think the most disgusting display of that would be like a parent and child kind of concept. I've seen like a really loving mother. She's got, she's dirty, disheveled, and she's just like, here you go, here you go. And this kid's just like big, chunky, McDonald's eating savage, and he's just like, give me that! And just like, disrespectful, smacking at the mom the whole time. It's just like, if you only knew what it took for you to even be pushed out of there and get raised up to where you're at, it's like unbelievable the ungratefulness that is demonstrated. And I'm not talking about like a young kid, because that's kind of the parenting issue, not molding it in, but like you can see it more so in like, but like early teens. Like I'm talking like 10 to like 15. and they're just like the entitlement that everything that's they ask for is either, if it's given to them in that fashion, they are just straight up disrespectful and ungrateful. And when you have a bunch of people that are raised to not be grateful for things, then everyone's just gonna treat each other like crap. Because like, in order for some things to be done, some people have to give up stuff. And some of those times, sometimes some of the hardest stuff to give up is the things you love. So you have to give up the things you love so that others can be happy. And for other people to recognize that and say something about it is makes that sacrifice that much more important, or it makes it that much more, or it validates that you know that was the right thing to do. You know, I'm glad I did that. So like it kind of works both ways. Gratitude gives gratitude, feeds it. For just an example of gratitude too, like I'm grateful for all this, dude. I'm grateful that I have a beautiful, loving girlfriend, and I have a beautiful daughter. That I get to do this YouTube thing, like more than grateful. Like this is just like it's unbelievable, honestly. Do your best to try to be as grateful as possible. Recognize it, because sometimes people are giving up stuff for you and you don't even realize it. You need to think about it. Alright guys, that's it. Pretty much, you know, gratitude. You know, live it, love it, learn it, do it. And now we're going into the cold plunge. So, let's do it. Let's go. Let's drop because of the air temperature. 50 degrees. Bow. This is terrible, guys. Alright, get you some. Yeah. This sucks, dude. Oh, I didn't time it. God dang it. Oh, we're going another minute, I guess. Oh, oh, ooh. Oh, ooh. Ah. Ooh. 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 Oh. Oh. Ooh. This one's rough today, boy. Oh, my Lord. This one's for Jesse Brennan. Doop, 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 doop. Oh. Oh. Ooh. All right. Freak. I hope that's enough, man. Golly. Alright, guys. Please like and subscribe. Just trying to get shredded, motivated. Do it. Get the cold. I gotta go fight hypothermia. Rep Master out.